All right, let's do the other one. The confirmation hearing.
Right.
Normally we send Dave away. Chuck, would you be willing to be our...
I'll go away. I'll go away.
All right, I'll do that momentarily here, and then Dave and I will figure out the details.
Okay.
All right. My only thought in advance was a cartoon character of some sort, but that we could throw that out and go with whatever else might work. And we also need a absurd department as well. So
The Department of Interior Decorating.
that actually sounds official and everything. So, okay. But what completely inappropriate person would be good for the Department of Interior Decorating that he's going to know? So,
Let's see. Fred Flintstone?
that would work. Yeah, I can see that. It's a cartoon, and it is absurd in terms of the interior decoration that the Flintstones had. So yeah, we can work with that. There's enough leading questions that we can pull on. So, all right. So it is a confirmation hearing. Let's come up with some artificial reasons why people would be questioning why Fred has been assigned to this position, and some sort of crisis in his background that we can tap into. So.
Insider trading, because he was employed by Slate Rock and Gravel, the primary source of the stone used in interior decorating.
That works. I think of anything else that would give us a leading thing. Not a lot coming to mind. All right, let's go with that. Insider trading with regards to his former company, Slate. And we will let Chuck back in. Good afternoon. Welcome back to this afternoon's confirmation hearings. We have several senators here who would like to ask you some questions before the process is completed. So please answer to the best of your abilities. Senator Gold.
Yes. Yes. Do you really think that your department is actually relevant in today's modern society?
Well, yes, of course it is. I hope to bring my department into the 21st century. Yes, I do.
What about you, Senator?
Sir, many people claim that you represent a look backward in time. I'm curious as to what your first actions would be if you were to get confirmation today.
Well, I certainly don't like to look back in time too much, even though I am a little bit older. But the first thing I would do is redecorate my office.
That seems only appropriate. Thank you, sir. Yeah. I do have a follow-up to that, and that is, do you plan to represent your department by changing your clothing style in any way?
No.
Yes, I have a few questions. Do you think perhaps cushions on that furniture would be something more appropriate today, or are you still considering the rather hard back on some of those chairs?
Well, you know what I say. You know, the bigger the cushion, the better the pushing. So, yes, I would love to have cushions. Sometimes a hard back is okay, but I prefer cushions. Yeah.
There have been implications that you consistently show favoritism to your next door neighbor in almost every venture that you engage in. Do you plan to cut connections with that family?
Um. Uh, well, I'll try, and if it's just impossible, I'll just blow them all away.
Now, as far as your former employer, don't you believe that there's any type of a conflict of interest, considering how the manufacturing material from said place could very easily be used in your future cabinet position?
I have no idea what the hell you just asked me.
I have a follow-up then. What color palette do you intend to apply to the facilities that you will be working in?
Brown and brown.
So you will no longer be favoring your usual orange with black spots.
What am I, a ladybug?
I'm also curious, for many years you've been known to drive a very unusual vehicle. Do you plan to continue with that in your new position, or will you be upgrading to one with 4 pillars on the ground?
I don't know.
What about the accusations that the only reason that you've survived so long in this industry is that all of the competition have long died out and are pretty much extinct in the eyes of today's society?
Well, I don't want to make buggy whips if that's what you're talking about.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
My constituents have a serious question for you. Why do you not wear shoes?
Because I don't want to.
And your wife and all of your friends too?
Sure, why not? It's the way the good Lord made us.
Now, as far as the transition from your old position to this new position here, do you think that the years of working with these materials could actually assist you with the creation of the items for your new position?
What kind of materials do I need?
Now, are you going to be using some of these previous materials, or will you be starting with a clean slate?
Oh, I like clean slates. Slate's a great thing to work with. You know what I'm talking about?
Will you be using the deconstruction powers of your next door neighbor's son, possibly?
Yabba dabba do.
Yes, sir. Will you?
As far as your actual position is concerned, why is it that you continue to use the same materials that have been used, for billions of years, as opposed to anything more modern?
Because rocks never go out of style.
And are you comfortable with that situation here? Because they say You've made your bed, you'll have to lie in it.
You've never lived until you lay down on a rock bed.
I'm just curious, what kind of fabrics do you intend to use in your accoutrements?
And dinosaur skins.
Challenging, especially in the modern era when those are hard to find. Do you see any difficulties in coming up with supplies as the various workers in your department are seeking assistance in applying the tools of the trades?
I don't know. I'm lost. I know I'm Fred Flintstone, but I have no idea where the hell you guys are going with this.
All right. Well, sir, now let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's remember that your cabinet position is a very unusual one, and this is something that that represents a personal style, I would have to say. And for some people, it's the start of a whole new career, and for other people, it's just curtains.
And I understand.
Nobody home.
And I understand that your job will require you to remain inside at all times.
Yes, perhaps lounging.
Secretary of the Interior?
Well,
Enough. Interior decoration.
Oh, okay. Fred Flintstone in charge of... I had no idea what the hell you were going for.
Yep. I don't know how successful that was, but that's fine.
No,
Thank you guys for
I had no idea. I had no idea what you were... It took me a while to get Fred Flintstone.
Yep.
It took... Like maybe
I kind of wish we had gone with Andy Warhol with the wig the way it was, but...
Yeah. But then it would have been too obvious.
Do we want to try that one final game of either questions only or song titles? And song titles is questions, but asked in the form of lines from songs. Yes? No?
Questionably musical. Yeah. Questionably musical. Yes.
All right, let's try that. What we need is basically a scenario in which a whole bunch of people would be seeing each other. Usually it's passions erupt on a cruise ship, that kind of stuff. So let's go with...
meeting the bully at a high school reunion.
If you think you can come up with enough questionable song titles or lines from songs to do that, that would be fine. Usually we have two people that step forward on the television version of this, and then somebody swaps out when somebody misses and doesn't get a question correctly asked.
Or just a high school reunion, maybe.
Yeah, so basically anybody that wants to step in and react to a line that was just given by the previous person, feel free. So anybody that wants to start it off, feel free.
Do we want to raise hands so that we're not talking over each other?
That would be a really good idea, Armand. So Chuck, yes?
No, I have one.
Are you going to start? Okay.
All right, so yes, raise your hand if you would like to be the person responding so that we don't have two people talking over each other. So, go for it.
Do you want to hurt me?
Get back.
Don't stand so close to me.
The bitch is back.
Take the last train to Clarksville.
Say you. Say me.
Let it be.
Beat it.
Hello.
Hello, goodbye.
I want to hold your hand.
Hit the road, Jack.
Yesterday?
All my troubles seem so far away.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Johnny, be good.
All that she wants is another baby.
Lucille!
I'm gonna be down at the end of a lonely street in the Heartbreak Hotel.
Johnny, be good.
Hmm.
Take it easy.
Baby, come back.
Oops, I did it again.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Everybody just Wang Chung tonight.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
Whip it. Whip it good.
Saturday night's all right for a fight.
I want your sex.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Candy Girl.
She's a brick house.
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
I live in a land down under.
I'm a believer.
Her Majesty's a pretty nice gal.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
I'd walk 500 miles.
I broke my little bottle of love potion number 9.
Say,
The
say,
end.
say.
Chain of fools.
Hey, I'm a survivor.
Bye-bye, love.
Bye-bye, birdie.
I would walk 5,000 miles.
Well, bye-bye, Miss American Pie.
All we are is dust in the wind.
You renegade.
Ah, the never-ending story.
Ding, ding,
Somewhere
ding.
between the moon and the earth.
Yes. I was desperately trying to come up with one. That is so much harder than it seems.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think we're better off with just questions only. To be honest.
Yeah.